part of that song and everything else we do is based on what Michael Heffernan plays. You can hear the organ screaming in that song. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Heffernan on the keyboard.
You know, it's not all fun and games. We have some problems too. I remember when I first joined, I went to my first meeting, and it was January the 3rd, and you wouldn't know that New Year's Eve had ended. Because I got to this meeting, everybody was half in the bag, it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I remember that Bev Lightfoot, Gord's sister, who was managing him at the time, took me aside and said, you know, this isn't just a job, this is a social thing, it's a social scene as well. And I turned around and said, yeah, I can see. And she sort of laughed, and we became friends from there on. She said to me, I hope you like flying. No, I didn't. But, you know, I thought she was talking about American Airlines, Air Canada. Well, she said, well, that's part of it, but mostly it's a private jet, a small private jet. Now, it turned out to be a Learjet. Now, if you've ever seen a Learjet, they have stubby little wings, you know? It doesn't look like it has any lift at all. It relies more on momentum, I think, than lift. And it's like the pilots don't file a flight plan, they plan a trajectory. You know? It's kind of like getting shot out of a cannon. So, the first few gigs we did, and we were flying this jet, I remember I was sort of in the fetal position. Barry sat across the aisle from me. Barry, tell him. You can back this up.
Well, there's no question, and I don't think there's any question that Mike's favorite thing in the world was not to fly. No question. But Rick was the one responsible for renting the airplanes. We always got beautiful airplanes. And I have to say one thing about Mike is that he always had the utmost confidence that no matter which airplane we got, that Rick got for us, that it was capable of taking us quickly and directly to the crash site.
That's supposed to make me feel better. Anyways, I knew these guys were, on my first gig, I knew these guys were planning something some kind of hazing thing for me. And I kind of felt like they were going to do something funny with the airplane. So what I did is we were playing in Chicago, and I had a friend of mine bring up some, how should I put this? Drugs that they can not care. And these were good ones. So we got to the airplane, and I knew Gord said, we're going to do a power descent. Now, he called it a power descent. In reality, what it is, you don't need any power to descend. Gravity is enough. It's an emergency procedure that they practice, and it's sort of like the plane just sort of stops and then goes straight down in case, you know, it's an emergency procedure in case of decompression, you know, losing the oxygen at a high altitude. So they did this to me, and they pulled out of it, and Gord looked at me and I said, that was okay, because these drugs were really good. So, nobody got any satisfaction out of that. A few months later, we're coming back from somewhere in the U.S., and Gord said, okay, we're going to do another power descent. But everybody has to agree, or we're not going to do it. So he turned to Rick and Terry and Barry, and they all said, okay. And he turned to me and I said, no, of course not. You know, planes for getting A to B. No playing games with this airplane. So he said, okay, we're not going to do it. I knew he was accepting. He was just screaming. And then he said, this is where I found out that the band was not a democracy. He said, we're doing it anyways. And I had no drugs. So the plane goes along, and it's sort of, the nose tilts up and then it goes. For a long way, it's like the craziest roller coaster ride you ever went on. That one got me. So they were satisfied. They didn't pull it right after me. Anyways, I gotta say, thanks very much for coming out, everybody. really, what we're doing here is a labor of love. And I'm just thrilled to be able to keep doing this. Thank you.